Ramjas College, a journey. A red-colored building surrounded by huge green trees. Ramjas College was founded by the great educationist Rai Kedarnath Ji in 1917 to commemorate the name of his father, Lala Ramjas Malji. Rai Kedarnath Ji, a man of simple living, was a great visionary who thought to provide education to masses when education was available only to the privileged ones. The University of Delhi ultimately owes its existence to the report submitted by a committee of experts that included not only Rai Kedarnath Ji but also the faculty of the college, namely late Mr. Santaram, late Mr. N.V. Banerjee, late Mr. K.C. Day, late Mr. N.C. Chanda. A panegyric to His Majesty King George V and Emperor of India by Pandit Paramanand Pandey Shastri Kaviraj in 1935 has mentioned Ramjas College as an ideal place for education. The foundation stone of the present college building was laid on 17th January 1951 by late Dr. Rajendra Prasad, former President of India. Ramjas College is one of the oldest colleges of Delhi, beginning from the humble precincts of Daryaganj in Old Delhi. The college was shifted to its present location in the university campus in 1954. The college today boasts of a spacious campus, state-of-the-art infrastructure, and an esteemed faculty of scholars trained at leading universities in India and abroad. The college has modern facilities backed by the latest in technology, making it an excellent institute for learning and research. The college has an air-conditioned auditorium that has hosted renowned performers from all over India and a state-of-the-art seminar room with advanced multimedia facilities, an attractive cafeteria, renovated classrooms, and departments with individual computers and LCD projectors add to the overall charm of life in Ramjas. There are over 100,000 titles in the library, all bar-coded. Besides the men's hostel, the college also boasts of a hostel for women. The committee room has seen the making of various rules, regulations, and guidelines for effectively running the college. The college has an attractive student activity center where the students can reinvent themselves. कौन जाए ए ज़ौक़ ये दिल्ली की गलियां छोड़कर, हम तो कहते हैं ए दोस्त कौन जाए ये रामजस के कॉरिडोर्स छोड़कर. Our esteemed alumni are going to agree on this. Lakhs of students have passed out from the Ramjas College and are serving in different fields, but Ramjas beckons them with open arms. As a dynamic organization, it is vital to the excellence of Ramjas College that the students are exposed to the possibilities that lie within them, not only in the fields of curricular and extracurricular achievements, but also in the terms of social awareness to make them productive and sensitive members of society. With this objective in mind, Ramjas has always strived to get prominent personalities from diverse fields to create awareness among both students and faculty. Renowned politicians, environmentalists, musicians, painters have graced the college. Ramjas hosted the first ever South Asia Economic Conference for students involving colleges from SAARC countries in the year 2002. After hosting the first two meets, we took the initiative to enlarge the movement. Today, championed by Ramjas College, the South Asia Initiative has become a South Asia Center for Excellence. Ramjas has a dynamic website, and the student information system stores all attendance, tutorials, presentations, project reports, and midterm results posted online term-wise according to the university prescribed roster. No wonder Ramjas has been ranked so highly by one and all. Life at Ramjas is a blend of both, achieving academic excellence as well as enjoying life to its fullest. In the year 2002, Ramjas launched the Alumni Association. One of the distinguished features of the institution is its huge alumni base, nearing 3 lakh. Alumni members have made their mark in different walks of life, at the national and international levels. The Alumni Meet provides an opportunity for the Ramjas extended family to interact at various levels. This is in fact a beginning, and the best is yet to come.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Ramjas College welcomes you to its first ever Sound and Light Show. This Sound and Light Show traces the eventful path of 100 years of the Ramjas College. Kindly switch off your mobiles or put them on silent mode. Please refrain from any flash photography. The show will begin in a few moments.
I am the wind that sweeps across the land, flowing over mountain, plain, and the city, and through these hallowed corridors. I have explored the deepest reaches of the mind, and have observed as time and experience shape the lives of thousands of young men and women. I have seen knowledge imparted and received with joy, have watched excitement kindle and ambition burgeon, and I have witnessed degrees earned and dreams fulfilled at this, the Ramjas College. The college, one of the oldest in Delhi University, was founded in 1917 by the great educationalist and philanthropist Rai Kedarnath. A man of keen intellect, compassion, and irrepressible zeal, he was a beacon of light in the noble quest to dispel the darkness of ignorance.
Good morning, Kedarnath ji. I'm sorry to disturb you. You're in such deep thought.
No, my friend. I'm always happy to see you. You know, I've been thinking about the absence of educational institutions for young people from the middle and lower middle classes of Delhi and its surrounding areas.
But we already have St. Stephen's and Hindu colleges.
Oh yes, but they are elite colleges and very small. My dream is to educate the masses, the girls and boys of the middle classes.
Girls? Going to college? Really?
Oh yes, the girls must study along with their brothers. The new college shall be co-educational.
What? Girls? Studying with boys? Toba, toba.
For our country to progress, it is crucial that our women know they are equal to men. The education that shall be imparted at our new college will be on par with the best in the country, better than the best. There's my revered father, Lala Ramjas. Pranam, Pitaji.
जीते रहो बेटा केदारा. I have come to discuss a matter that is close to my heart, beta. I am getting old and do not have much time left in this life. No, don't interrupt. It is true. I have had a wonderful life and I am ready to leave it. The only regret I have is that I created nothing that will recall my life, my achievements to posterity. And what is worse, you too have no children who will carry your name.
Pitaji, may God grant that you will be with us for many more years. Just moments before you came, I was telling my friends of my dream to start a college for the common people. It shall bear your name, Pitaji, Lala Ramjas College. And your name will live on forever.
You are a dutiful son, Kedara, and your idea pleases me. But where will the money come from?
I have some savings from my long service in the judiciary. It's a small amount, but should be enough to begin. Besides, I shall ask my friends in Chandni Chowk for help.
And so, in 1916, Rai Kedarnath took on rent a small house in Kucha Natwa near Chandni Chowk and set up a high school. A year later, in 1917, this became the famous Ramjas College. But soon Kedarnath began to dream of establishing a fully residential college. He succeeded in getting land on the periphery of Delhi near Karol Bagh village for this purpose. This land was a hillock called Kala Pahad. Work on this new edifice began in earnest.
Hurry up, my friends. There's much to do. Rai Kedarnath ji has said that Mahatma Gandhi is to visit us today.
Seriously? Gandhi ji here?
Indeed. Rai Sahib has invited him to see the work we're doing.
Can you hear that Eka? It seems to be coming in our direction.
It is the Mahatma. He's arriving in a Tonga.
Mahatma Gandhi ki! Jai! Gandhiji is walking around our site and talking to Kedarnath ji.
Can you hear what he's saying?
Yes, he says he's very happy to see the efforts being made for what he describes as Rai Sahib's lofty purpose of imparting education to the common people of Delhi.
And now Rai Sahib is telling him that the college will also serve the villages around Delhi and will be a great contribution to the nation.
Look, Kedarnath ji is showing him the residential halls.
And now they're standing back to look at the site.
Oh, did you hear that? Gandhiji says that Kala Pahad is not an appropriate name for this area when it is a site of such noble enterprise. He feels that it should be renamed to reflect its new purpose.
Renamed? Renamed what?
Gandhiji suggests Anand Parbat.
What a wonderful idea.
बहुत अच्छा नाम.
Lovely idea.
And so it was that this entire area came to be known as Anand Parbat. Mahatma Gandhi also laid the foundation stone of the college building here in 1921. The prime objective of the college at that time was to provide education to the middle class to enable them to secure jobs in the government and in the private sector. There was scarcely a middle-class family of Delhi where one or more children had not studied in Ramjas College. Indeed, at the first convocation of Delhi University, held on the 19th of March 1923, 71 of the 303 students to receive degrees were from Ramjas. The college was close to the Sarai Rohila railway station. Students were drawn by its convenient accessibility, and the college was flooded with admissions. The railway line also connected hundreds of villages in the districts of Rewari, Jhajjar, Pataudi, and even Alwar to Ramjas College. Exposure to education transformed the lives of the young people of these remote areas, and also the regions from which they came. After completing the intermediate examination from Ramjas, many young men secured permanent jobs in the railways. Several guards, station masters, and administrative staff at railway stations were graduates of the college and spread its name and fame all over India.
स्टेशन मास्टर जी, अरे पहचाना नहीं?
अरे रामचंदर, आप भी रेलवे में?
हाँ, स्टेशन गार्ड बन गया हूँ. अभी घर जा रहा है.
वाह भाई, हम दोनों रामजस के.
सारे रेलवे को हम रामजस के लड़के ही चलाते हैं
और देश को आगे बढ़ाते हैं.
Ramjas College was established at a crucial time when the freedom struggle had entered a new phase under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. Large numbers of Ramjas students participated in the freedom movement. From the time the civil disobedience movement began, the students and teachers of the college were at the forefront of the agitations that took place in Delhi. During the 1942 Quit India movement, the atmosphere in Ramjas College was so surcharged that the CID department kept round-the-clock surveillance on the college.
Harper, I want a close watch kept on all Ramjas students.
Yes, Inspector.
There is uproar about the arrest of Ram Prakash, Rajesh Rastogi and Ram Bihari Mathur from the college on charges of sedition.
But sir, they deserve to be jailed. Not only did they loot our treasury train at the Badley station, but they also published and distributed fiery literature, inciting violence.
Yes, indeed, Harper. And Bram Prakash has been awarded life imprisonment for his efforts. The other two will be sent to the cellular jail in the Andamans.
Sir, these are volatile times. I worry about the situation. The Ramjas boys are known to be ardent nationalists. I fear there will be widespread protests.
Yes, these students are a bloody rebellious lot. Have some of your plainclothes policemen, the native ones I mean, mingle with the students. See what they can find out.
Family connections saved the boys from being sent to the dreaded Kalapani. But the arrests continued. About 13 Ramjas students were jailed under the Defence of India rules. These staunch nationalists included Rajinder Bhatnagar, A.M. Saini, O.S. Rashtwar, A.K. Dutt, Manohar Lal Khanna, Sardar Amrik Singh, Satish Bhatnagar, Jagdish Murari, Sushil Kumar, Kashyap Bhargav, Ramji Lal Maheshwari, D.P. Agarwal, and M.L. Sharma. In the midst of these upheavals, Rai Kedarnath passed away in 1942. His loss was keenly felt, but he left behind a great institution and an enduring legacy. Sardar Gurmukh Nihal Singh took over as principal of Ramjas College, which had moved from Anand Parbat to Daryaganj in 1942. A few years later, independence dawned, but with it, the tragic partition of the country. Close to 5 lakh refugees from the Punjab poured into Delhi. The college started special evening classes for refugee boys and girls at Daryaganj. But attendance was low since many refugee colonies were in remote regions of Delhi and there was no public bus service. The principal of Ramjas, Sardar Gurmukh Nihal Singh, found a unique solution. He, with the entire faculty of the college, visited almost every shop in Chandni Chowk and Daryaganj to collect funds to help the students overcome this obstacle. From the money collected, 73 boys were each given a bicycle. This enabled them to attend classes. But the enterprising young men also started door-to-door delivery of newspapers every morning all over the city.
बड़ी ठंड है यार। हाँ भाई, पर यही टाइम है जब हम सब अपना अपना अखबारों का हिस्सा लेकर जल्दी बांट सकते हैं।
हाँ, कॉलेज भी तो पहुंचना है क्लास के लिए।
तेरे पास रबर बैंड है क्या?
हाँ भाई, भला मैं तेरा इतना अच्छा आइडिया कैसे भूलूं? अखबार को रबर बैंड से बांध लो तो रखने में आसानी और फेंकने में भी।
लो भाई साहब, आपका अखबार।
ये तो कितना कन्वीनियंट है, अब पेपर अपने दरवाजे पर।
हाँ भाई साहब, बिल्कुल। अब आपको कोने पर जाकर खरीदना नहीं पड़ेगा।
सही कहा आपने।
आप लोग भी खुश, अखबार वाले भी खुश। हमारे कारण पेपर की मांग बढ़ गई है और साथ में हमारी थोड़ी सी कमाई भी हो जाती है। एक पेपर का 1 पैसा मिलता है।
हाँ भाई, कमाई बहुत जरूरी है। मेरे घर में पैसे की बहुत कमी है। सब कुछ छूट गया पाकिस्तान में।
सबका यही हाल है। बस हम रामजस वाले खुशकिस्मत हैं जिनको कमाई का साधन मिला है।
चलो चलो, मेरा अखबार का राउंड खत्म हो गया। कॉलेज चलो, क्लास के लिए देरी हो रही है।
The newspaper industry flourished, but more importantly, the widespread availability of information spread awareness of the challenges faced by the new India. And as envisioned by Rai Kedarnath, Ramjas College played its part in preparing the nation's youth to contribute to the country's bright future. By the 1950s, the college had gained national fame for its excellent academic programs, primarily physics honors, its co-curricular activities, and its prowess in sports, particularly basketball. From 1958 to 1965, there was hardly an international tournament where Ramjas was not represented by its basketball contingent. Moreover, the students of Ramjas College continued to be politically aware and active. Housed in its new campus, the foundation stone of which was laid on 17th of January 1951 by the late Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the first President of India, Ramjas hosted several eminent literary figures and politicians from both India and around the world. Dr. Natwar Singh, George Fernandez, Dr. Homi Jahangir Bhabha, E.M. Forster, and Madame Marie Curie were just some of the distinguished visitors. These visits turned Ramjas College into a platform of vibrant political and intellectual activities. Jayaprakash Narayan, the well-known independence activist, social reformer, and political leader, also made a particular impression on the student body of Ramjas College.
Did you hear Jayaprakash ji speak this afternoon?
Yes, his words were so inspiring. He has called for Sampurna Kranti, a total revolution.
But he also said that there is a long way to go. Even after 27 years of freedom, our countrymen are racked with hunger, rising prices and corruption, oppressed by every kind of injustice.
Do you remember the inspiring poem by Rashtrakavi Ramdhari Singh Dinkar that Jayaprakash ji recited at the Ramlila gathering?
Of course. सदियों की ठंडी बुझी राख सुगबुगा उठी, मिट्टी सोने का ताज पहन इठलाती है, दो राह समय के रथ का घर घर नाद सुनो, सिंहासन खाली करो के जनता आती है.
In the midst of this turmoil emerged Dr. Rajendra Prasad, who took over as head of Ramjas College on the 7th of July 1985 at the young age of 33 and steadied the legacy of Ramjas College. Through the 1970s, Ramjas had witnessed the deepest turmoil. Everything was falling apart. The administration was collapsing. Principals failed to hold the reins of the institution. In short, the rich inheritance of Ramjas had been reduced to almost nothing. Ramjas College was the first to establish a staff council, a democratic institution meant to aid in the functioning of the college. Where many principals ran foul in working with such a body, Dr. Prasad inaugurated a new culture of cooperative functioning, harnessing his unparalleled administrative skills in optimizing the contribution of all stakeholders and smoothening the processes that led to the revival of Ramjas in the academic landscape of the university. And in this mission, the college has seen much success. Its facilities, backed by the latest in technology, have made it an excellent institute for learning and research. Today, it is ranked as one of the best colleges in arts, science, and commerce. In its endeavor to shape well-rounded personalities, the college lays emphasis on more than just academic pursuits, and its students have excelled in sports and debating. And carrying forth what they have learned within these hallowed corridors, its alumni have gone on to make their mark in fields ranging from the arts and entertainment to law, governance, and academia. In this, its centenary year, Ramjas College fervently rededicates itself to the lofty ideals of Rai Kedarnath and pledges to stand committed to work for the cause of education. An education that includes all-round development, training of the intellect, and the instilling of a spirit of discipline in the service of the country. words of Dr. Rajendra Prasad.
I'm proud to have brought Ramjas College from a dark, turbulent period to the full glory of its potential. This was possible because I was supported by an extraordinary set of people, particularly my family. I was never cowed by the moment. I was always aware of our place in history. We are conscious of the path our founder laid before us. We rose phoenix-like from the ashes, and we are poised to touch the skies and beyond. Going forward from our centennial year, we shall pave a path uncharted by others. We believe we shall contribute to a transformational moment in this nation's life cycle. The future is challenging, but we know it cannot unfold without us. Ramjas is a significant chapter in it. We wish to make this college the locus of new ideas, promoting student-driven and research-based initiatives. We want our students to compete with their dreams. We have had enough toppers. We now want leaders. We want thought leaders. The history of the 21st century will be written in Asia, and I say Ramjas is ready to claim its moment. Not merely because it wishes to or can, but because it must.
Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Principal Ramjas College, Sri Anil Agrawal, Chairman, Governing Body Ramjas College, Vice Chancellor Delhi University, members of the faculty, members of the Board of Governors, distinguished guests, alumni, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. I extend a very warm welcome to all of you to Rashtrapati Bhavan, and I find perhaps there is a poetic justice in organizing the centenary celebration of Ramjas College in a building which was constructed by the British imperial power at the height of their imperial strength after winning the First World War and before the Second World War began The first occupant of this building, Lord Arwin, came in 1931. Of course, they did not last more than 16 years, but that's a matter of history. And today we are organizing the centenary celebration of a college which was established to inculcate and encourage the nationalist spirit in the mind of their students and also the teachers. That's why I was saying it is some sort of poetic justice. 100 years ago, nobody could imagine that centenary celebration will be held in the then Governor General's house, today is Rashtrapati Bhavan. And I congratulate the students, teachers, and particularly its illustrious principal, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, almost 1/3 of the century, you have served this institution as its principal. Surely you have entered at a very early age. And in those days, one can understand, as I myself was a teacher and started my career as a college lecturer, that at a young age, somebody could be a college lecturer, university lecturer, but to assume the responsibility of the head of the institutions, academic administrator, speaks of the mettle of the first sense, and you reflect that we consider you as truly the guru of the older days and maintaining that tradition, and it is bounden duty of all of us to pay our salutation to the gurus. Pranam to you. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as Dr. Rajendra Prasad, principal of the college, was pointing out, that the basic objective of education is to acquire knowledge. And knowledge not merely to get a job. That is important, no doubt. But knowledge itself has its own importance. And in the knowledge-based society, which is going to be the order of the day, and in fact, in every age, in every time, in every civilization, knowledge has been recognized as the source of power, as the fountain of change and inspiration of changing the order which is not suitable for the people. Therefore, to acquire that knowledge is most important. I am not an educational expert. I have never claimed that. Even I could not carry on my teaching profession for a very long period of time, because when I was appointed a minister in the government of India in early 70s and thereafter, it has been like going and coming. Though I remained member of parliament for long, 4 decades, till I became the president, but not in the government. About quarter of a century, I served various governments in various ministries. But when I was elected, as the President of the Republic, 13th President, I found that I have a huge responsibility. That responsibility is bestowed on me in my ex officio capacity. I am the visitor of about 126 central universities, central institutions, central universities, IITs, NITs, IIACRS, and I have, for the last 5 years, addressed a large number of educational congregations, mainly convocations, but other educational organizations also. And I introduced the system of having the annual meeting of the Vice Chancellors of central universities in Rashtrapati Bhavan, also having interaction with the director of IITs, NITs, IIACRS, and major part of my presidency for the last 5 years, I feel, and I feel rightly, spent on talking to the people on education, and almost like a parrot. Starting from my convocation address to Kharagpur IIT at the end of 2012, almost in every educational congregation I pointed out that how is it? We have excellent IITs, NITs, management development institutions, where campus recruitment is high, almost 100%. And many of them are managing the world-class institutions, mercantile firms, all over the world. I am really happy at the bright side of this picture. But I am equally unhappy when I find that after 1930s, almost more than 80 years, no Indian scholar working in Indian university after Sir C.V. Raman get a Nobel Prize. I do not agree that there is no talent. In very recent years, 4 Indian graduates, they had their graduation or post-graduations in Indian universities, starting from Dr. Amartya Sen to Hargobind Khurana to Subramaniam. All of them received Nobel Prize, and they are the products of the Indian universities, either Madras or Calcutta or Punjab. Therefore, it is the question of perhaps we have not been able to create the type of ambient atmosphere, academic atmosphere, encouragement to research, development. And once, rather being angry, I said that surely it's a good job to promote the production of a mercantile company. But surely, to advance the sale promotion of a detergent does not require the talent of an IIT graduate. I feel that they would have got much less spark salaries, but their contributions, if they would have devoted their time and energy in basic research, country would have been benefited much more. And simply I cannot leave it to them. That's why repeatedly I am telling the government and authorities that we shall have to create that atmosphere. And I am happy. I used to tell also another point, that how is it? Out of 200 top-class universities of the world, no Indian universities or institutions find a place till 2 years ago. I would not mention the name of the director, but he told me, just give me 1 year time, I will be there. He has kept his promise. And last year he was 178th. 2 of the Indian institutions were there, and one, Bombay University, missed by just 2.5 marks practically. They would have been within 200. I am sure next year onwards, they will find their places. But as when Dr. Rajendra Prasad was talking on research, was talking on excellence, center of excellence, these 2 words caught my mind, that this is to be emphasized upon. And if we can emphasize it in the graduation stage, post-graduation stage, of course, then we will be able to find out there is no lack of talent in the teachers, lack of talent in the students. There are many inspiring teachers. About a year back, I read in Times of India the story of one Vasishtanaran, how he became a very distinguished mathematician at a very early age, coming from a very low background, got the faculty position in California University at a very early age because of the encouragement of 2 teachers. They ignited the ambition in him. And the spirit of a student got reflected in him because he asked questions. He always used to say, why? Why should I accept the said theory? I must like to know the reason behind. Simply my teacher is saying is not enough. My query, my question why should be answered. And every inspiring teacher invites questions, answers, and satisfies. That type of teachers, there is no lack in our country. We have many. We have talented students, we have talented teachers, but still we are not reaching the goal where we want to have. And that missing link is to be provided by the authorities, by those who are either in the head of the academic institutions or in the government. And we are to collectively make these efforts. We cannot simply by expressing our desire that we would like to have our rightful place in the Committee of Nations. That is not a charity. Nobody can give it. We are to acquire it. And we are to acquire it by our merit, by our strength, and that we have. Sometimes I wonder, more than 5 decades I have spent of my life in public activities. I wonder that how it is managed. This huge diversity, which is called India, 1.3 billion people, all 7 major religions. In daily life, 200 languages and dialects are being used. All 3 major ethnic groups, Caucasians, Dravidians, Mongoloids, yet living under one system, one flag, one constitution. So if we are able to manage this huge diversity, not only managing, we are celebrating, we are encouraging. And always, as teachers, you are fully aware of it. I need not carry coal to Newcastle. That India has always encouraged that. Encouraged the questioning. India has always accepted argumentative Indians, but not intolerant. Tolerance is the essence of our system, of our ethos. And through education we have inculcated it. I am glad to have this opportunity of participating in the centenary celebration of an illustrious institution of Delhi, Ramjas College, which has expanded and many new areas have started to facilitate the inquisitive students to know. I wish the college many more important milestones and achieve success. And once again, Principal Dr. Rajendra Prasad, we congratulate you, we appreciate you, and we wish we should have more and more Rajendra Prasads as head of our institutions. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
आदरणीय राष्ट्रपति जी, प्रोफेसर योगेश त्यागी, वाइस चांसलर यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ दिल्ली, मिस्टर A.N. Nanda, member Postal Service Board, Shri Anil Kumar Agarwal, Chairman, Governing Body Ramjas College, members of the governing body, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Principal, Ramjas College. On behalf of all the students and the teaching and non-teaching staff of Ramjas College, I convey our deep and sincere gratitude for your participation today in the culmination of our centenary celebrations. I wish to express our deep appreciation of the significant contributions of all those who have made our first 100 years a great success and made today's celebrations possible in this August gathering. Adarniya Rashtrapati Ji, we are especially grateful for the gracious hospitality extended to us by Rashtrapati Bhavan, and to you, sir, for inspiring us to begin our journey to greater excellence and distinction in the years to come. Thank you.
रामजस कॉलेज के वार्षिक उत्सव समारोह में दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय के कुलपति श्री योगेश सिंह जी, रामजस फाउंडेशन मैनेजिंग कमेटी के अध्यक्ष श्री राजनाथ गुप्ता जी, कॉलेज गवर्निंग बॉडी के अध्यक्ष देवेश गुप्ता जी, इस कॉलेज के यशस्वी प्राचार्य श्री मनोज खन्ना जी, इस कॉलेज के प्रोफेसर, प्राध्यापक और विशेष रूप से यहाँ के पुराने वरिष्ठ विद्यार्थी जो आज भी रामजस कॉलेज से निरंतर और जीवन जुड़े हुए हैं और अपनी यादों को ताज़ा करते हैं, वो सब अतिथिगण, विद्यार्थी साथियों, नौजवान साथियों, रामजस कॉलेज की इस ऐतिहासिक शिक्षा भूमि पर आकर मैं बहुत आनंदित महसूस कर रहा हूं। इस कॉलेज की ऊर्जा, इस कॉलेज के नौजवानों की ऊर्जा, इस कॉलेज के अंदर नए इनोवेशन करने की, नए परिवर्तन करने की, नए सपनों देखने वाले नौजवानों की कार्य क्षमता और आने वाले समय में भारत के उज्जवल भविष्य और देश की प्रगति के नौजवान सभी विद्यार्थियों को मैं बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं देता हूं, बधाई देता हूं। साथियों, रामजस कॉलेज एक केवल शिक्षण संस्थान ही नहीं, ये हमारे देश की ऐसी अमूल्य धरोहर है जिसको उस समय जब देश के अंदर शिक्षा का उजाला नहीं था, कॉलेजों में, विश्वविद्यालयों के अंदर, स्कूल के अंदर हमें शिक्षा देकर नौजवान तैयार करने थे। उस समय मैं विशेष रूप से इस कॉलेज के फाउंडर राय केदारनाथ जी को साधुवाद देता हूं। कितनी बड़ी दूरदृष्टि होगी उनकी कि उन्होंने अपना सारा जीवन इस कॉलेज, विद्यार्थियों और शिक्षा के लिए समर्पण कर दिया। उन्होंने अपने पिताजी के नाम से इस विद्यालय की स्थापना की और उसकी नींव रखने के लिए राष्ट्रपिता महात्मा गांधी जी को बुलाया, जिन्होंने इस दुनिया के अंदर आजादी के आंदोलन की एक नई दिशा दी, अहिंसा के आंदोलन की दिशा दी और किस तरीके से अपने वाचार से, व्यवहार से, अपने कार्य से, अपने संकल्प से पूरे देश को आंदोलित किया, उसकी नींव महात्मा गांधी जी ने रखी।
रामजस के लिए हिस्टोरिक डे है कि आज इसरो के चीफ हमारे बीच है।
ji, Dean of the Colleges, Balram ji, IQAC Coordinator Hemant Kumar, Rajao ji, Ram Singh ji, and all my colleagues from ISRO, and my friends from Ramjas. Great to see each one of you here and to be excited about the accomplishment of ISRO, being part of each one of you. Thank you so much for the rousing reception and your love for me and for the work done by ISRO. Thank you once again so much. No, but the theme given to me to speak today is India's Space Odyssey, a historical perspective. Especially when you are organizing this program under the History Society. You know, I am a scientist, I am an engineer. You wonder, will I talk about history? Of course, I was a student of history as well. It's a very passionate domain which I read and understand history.